What's going on, everybody? Of course, my name is Blitzwinger, and ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to, of course, another free roam gameplay showcase for LEGO Batman 3 Beyond Gotham. Today, we're going to be taking a look at 4 pretty cool characters indeed, and I hope that you guys will indeed enjoy the showcase as we go through it, because it's 4, well, only 2 characters are kind of related. The other 2 are completely not related, so it's just 4 very, very, very highly asked for characters. So, we're going to kick things off with one of my personal favorites in the game, and just generally speaking, I don't know, I just really like the character of, well, Green Loontern just kind of gave away that he's a part of the showcase, but I guess he's already done that. But Blue Beetle is certainly one of my personal favorites. I don't know what it is. I almost feel like he's like the Spider-Man of the DC universe, and I feel like he's such an underutilized character. I think that he has so much potential because he is like almost like a balance between Spider-Man and Iron Man, and I think that that makes him like a really interesting character, because Iron Man in terms of abilities and armor and so on and so forth, but Spider-Man because of personality and the things that he has to deal with on a daily basis as a character. So I really would love to see Blue Beetle in a more prominent role in the DC universe. I think he has the potential to be quite an interesting character, but luckily he's actually quite a cheap character to get in the game. There's his blue scarab right there on the back, so quite cool little details for him indeed. But he's a character that will only cost you 50,000 studs to actually purchase, but before that, of course, you do need to collect his character token on the Blue Hope level, which is how appropriate is that, because of course Blue Beetle on the Blue Hope makes perfect sense indeed. But once you've collected his character token, you do need to pay, of course, the 50,000, and then you have the character unlocked. So then let's get to the ability side of things. So first and foremost, of course, he does have a pretty varied set of abilities, and that's probably why I also do like this character in the game so much. First and foremost, of course, he can fly. Those wings are not there for no reason, so obviously that does help him to get around quicker around the world and around the levels as you advance throughout the game. He does have an actual laser beam right here, which is pretty awesome. I really like that one, especially just the way it looks. It looks really stylish with the blue, and then the pointer is quite sweet as well, with the Blue Beetle kind of logo going on there. So that's pretty neato indeed. Then additionally to that, he does have the shielded ability right here. So that obviously is something that you can go ahead and utilize as a tool to block attacks and such. So very handy in that regard. And him being obviously a technological character through the abilities of the Blue Scarab, he is also able to interact with techno panels and interact with the technology panels and basically all kinds of things that are tech related, let's put it that way, in the game. Which again, very cool indeed. Additionally to that, he's quite acrobatic, and that allows him to also interact with wall jumps and such, so that's also another element that he covers. Not one that I particularly ever use him for, just, I don't know, I never have, never probably will. But as you can see, he's still a pretty diverse character, especially for 50,000 studs. There aren't very many other characters in the game that can cost you 50,000 and give you this much gameplay and this much varied gameplay and coverage that they offer. So that's why I definitely stand by the fact that he is just a really cool character that is very unique and just awesome. The other thing is he looks like Mega Man when he's firing off his blast right there. I mean, come on, does that not look like Mega Blasters? That just looks incredible. So I absolutely love that, and I am always going to stand by Blue Beetle as one of the coolest characters in this game, and just generally one of the coolest one of the coolest DC characters in the entire DC universe. So then we move on to, of course, Green Loontern, one of the most obscure characters and one of the most unique characters in the game for sure, one that I don't think very many of us expected to see. I think he was one of those kind of like, what, really? Especially because of the role that he was given in the game, and that he kind of gave you a lot of side quests. He was on par with like Kevin Smith in terms of how many appearances he made and such, which was very pleasant. He's really funny in the game. His writing is quite well done, so absolutely fun time to go ahead and interact with him. Now, of course, he also does give you the tours of all the different hub worlds, if you remember. He does the tour, and then he gives you a couple of missions, typically, on each hub world. And actually, I think that, from what I recall, you have to complete 20 quests in total that he gives you in order to unlock his character token. So once you've done that, across all the different hubs, you can do them in whatever order you want, I'm pretty sure at least, so that doesn't matter. You can kind of just go as you see fit, okay, from here to here, from here to here, and so on and so forth. But once you've cleared all those missions, and once you've cleared all those quests, you will then be able to actually purchase his character token for only 50,000. Also very useful because of that, because once again, he is a pretty affordable character, and he does have all of the Lantern abilities. So over the last few days, I've been looking at a lot of the Lantern characters. He is probably, well, I mean, you get Green Lantern, Hal Jordan, Green Lantern for free just by progressing through the game. But other than that, I'm pretty sure he is the cheapest Lantern character that you can get that gets all of the typical Lantern abilities. And that, of course, includes the Sphere Protector right there, where he looks very, very dynamic. You have to admit, he does look pretty sweet with that sphere. Like, he looks quite serious. He almost reminds me of Darkwing Duck a little bit there. So definitely a cool looking character there. He does have, of course, the laser blast. He has the little beam blasts, which are, of course, also still boxing gloves for the construct shape, so that's the same. He has this what, wait, there we go. He has the rubber duck that he drops down on his foes and enemies right there, which is just awesome. There we are. So that's pretty sweet indeed. Nice little funny but not too crazy construct, and one that definitely gets the job done, so I definitely like to see that there. Additionally to that, of course, he does get all of the other Lantern abilities, such as being able to create a construct to dig, and on top of that, he is able to interact with wall jumps and also twirl poles, so he does have acrobatic abilities going for him. Oh yeah, and of course, he can fly, just like every other Lantern character can. Now, we will move on to two characters that have been very, 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 very highly requested, and that is this fella right here, who is the Reverse Flash, and additionally to that, Kid Flash. So let's start with Kid Flash. As you can see, he pretty stylish looking, definitely neat. He has, I think, the same model animations as regular Flash, not Reverse Flash, but regular Flash, I'm pretty sure at least. So as you can see, he's kind of anxious. He's like, okay, let's go, we gotta move. And then when you do move, obviously he has that really cool dragging effect where you could see kind of his body behind him as he's traveling super duper uber fast, which is awesome. I definitely like that. It's super nifty, and it's just, again, it just looks cool. I don't know how they pulled off this effect, but it looks awesome, and I kind of wish, I will be honest, I kind of wish that there would be some sort of way to like move even faster than what you already move. It would be amazing if we could do that. Like maybe you just for a couple of seconds, like kind of like a charge up beam or something, he could like move super duper fast. I think that would be nifty. He does have this like charge up attack, which you can see right here, where he moves very quickly to the target, strikes it, and then moves on to the next. So I'll try, for example, right here between these two targets, maybe I'll try to tag the flag and that little plant right there. So that was a bit of a fail. Let's try this thing and that thing. There we are. So there we go. Bam. As you can see, he kind of almost like teleports or fusions towards, not fusions, but yeah, teleports, I guess is the right word, towards the target, which is pretty awesome. Definitely a cool little ability to just kind of travel towards your attack and be able to deliver such a nifty rush attack. Plus, honestly, he was on Young Justice, so because of that, I also do like the character quite a bit. In terms of cost, he is actually a character that will run you about 250,000 studs or 250,000 studs. He's unlocked by collecting his character token in the Watchtower, so once you've done that, you purchase him for 250, and he will be playable to you. Of course, in terms of offensive attacks, he has the punches, kicks, and so on and so forth, but he also does have the super spin, which is awesome. So as you super spin, you can actually tackle into targets and foes and take them down quite efficiently and quite quickly, as you can see right there, which is pretty awesome. So that definitely comes in handy in many different scenarios, especially when you're getting swarmed by a lot of minions. It's super useful to just do that spin and get out of trouble and take them all out as you get out of trouble as well. Plus, he's athletic, so he's able to do wall jumps and twirl poles, which is awesome. And, of course, he is able to interact with the flash builds, the fast builds, and the super speed. So those are all the elements, you know, where we do the, like there's 3 or 4 pieces, and you have to stand on the pad and assemble the 3 pieces into a certain construction. So that's the flash builds. Then there's the running on the treadmill, if you remember. He can do that as well, of course. So basically, everything that the Flash can do, Kid Flash can do, and if he was here, he would probably say, everything Flash can do, I can do better. Everything Flash can do, I will do too. Yes, I can. No, you can't. Yes, I can. No, you can't. Except they would sing it a gajillion times faster because, of course, they're supersonic and super duper uber fast and stuff like that. But yeah, you know what I mean. All right, so next up we move on to, of course, the one and only Reverse Flash. And the reason why I spent a lot of time on Kid Flash's abilities is because Reverse Flash actually has the exact same set of abilities. So, of course, this is, from what I remember, he was also known as Professor Zoom. I think so, at least. I'm not sure when his character name changed from Professor Zoom to Reverse Flash. I'm pretty sure that he is Professor Zoom. I could be wrong about that. I'm really enjoying the Flash TV show, which is why I kind of wish that we would have got a Flash DLC for this game to get that outfit, because I think that Reverse Flash outfit, the Man in Yellow as they call it, is way cooler. I really like it because it's a lot more of a darker, it's almost like a mustardy yellow, whereas this one is kind of almost orangey. It looks like an orange more so, or like a clementine or something like that, you know, not as yellow as I'd like it to be, or not the right hue of yellow, especially now having seen the Flash TV show version. I really like that one quite a bit. But in order to unlock this character, you actually get his character token on the Space Station Infestation, which is a level that you do use Flash for quite a bit of that level, so I guess it makes sense as to why Reverse Flash is on that level. But once you unlock him, you then have to pay only $125,000, which is half of what you have to pay for Kid Flash. So that's an awesome piece of news there. And once you pay that, of course, you have the character unlocked. Once again, just like the Flash, he does have the super spin going for him. So same in that regard in terms of abilities. He also does have the targeted rush attack as well. That is something that he can do too right there. Boom, he can strike at target. And obviously you can tag multiple targets. If you have enemies or foes coming towards you, you can go ahead and tag a few of them at a time, and then he will kind of teleport from one to the other and take them out. And then, of course, just like I mentioned before, he can also interact with the Flash builds and the treadmill machine in the game and so on and so forth. So basically, once again, all of the Flash abilities that we see and use with Flash in the story game, you can use also with Mr. Reverse Flash. So there you guys have it. I hope you guys indeed did enjoy today's video. If you did, please don't forget to, of course, hit that like button. As always, I know that a lot of you guys asked me, like, you didn't ask at the ending of the last video that we should vote for other characters. Do you not want us to vote anymore? No, I do want you to vote, because this is how I actually decided to do today's 4 characters, is because I looked at the comments and I was like, what are kind of the characters that people really are wanting to see? And I collected 4 of the characters that were highly asked for, and that was, of course, Kid Flash, Blue Beetle, Green Loontern, and Reverse Flash. So there you go. That's how I put those guys together. Once again, if you have any ideas for the characters, there's a ginormous roster still left over that we haven't looked at, so definitely let me know in the comment section below which other characters you'd like me to showcase. And with that in mind, guys, have a fantastic day. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out. See you later, alligators. Bye-bye, everybody.